Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. Coming out with it, it's Benson. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Army's offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll give it on the counter. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. That's exactly what you'd expect from this brave old Army team, getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, they know who they are, they know what they want to do, and they're going to run the football at you early and often in this football game.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. The option look. He'll do it himself. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
And a nice job by the offense, picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give to the fullback. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
And the Black Knights are marching down the field. Gonna run it. It's Stewart. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. Tackled after picking up the first down.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. The receiver's better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
The Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Handoff to the lone back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to throw, it's Daly. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
No big secret what they're trying to do here. They've kept it on the ground. It's 1st and 10. On the option. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, the fullback helping out his offense here, running the football. Nice job finding the hole and getting upfield. Takes a lot to bring this guy down.
So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. They'll run the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The 11th play of this opening drive, they face a 3rd and short. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On the option. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. So Auburn's offense will go to work for the first time today. A first down for the offense. He'll pull it on the read. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
To the air, it's Thorne. On target. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Alston. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lewis. He'll work his way down to the 28.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. They want to just keep throwing it. With the catch, it's Lambert-Smith. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. You see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
Now from inside the red zone. Quickly complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff to the lone back. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Using the quick game. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Now with a 1st and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Looking downfield, it's Thorne. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this drive.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll go to the fullback. And the Black Knights are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And you got to throw the fullbacks a bone occasionally, okay? Those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field, always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give him the ball, give him a bone, reward him for all of his hard work.
Running back goes in motion. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to him. And more yards after contact. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Big fullback's got it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll run the option. Kept it on the ground on third down, picked up 5 yards, but it will still be 4th and 1.
I love fullbacks that are versatile. You don't see many of them in college football anymore, but this guy's unique. He is a weapon when he has the ball in his hands.
The Black Knights decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Looking for a man. It's Thorne. Makes the grab down the middle. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Using his legs, it's Hunter. At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking, and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
That's caught. It's Lambert-Smith.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Auburn doing business in the red zone. The give to the back. He's there to make the stop.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, second and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. Third and short, I still got 4th down as well. So don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action because defense a lot of times really expects run. And I could take some big shots in man coverage.
And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Give to the big fullback. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Now the play fake. Looking left. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
And the Black Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option, he'll keep it himself. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
I'll tell you guys, this fullback, he's not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on 3rd down. What a weapon.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Stewart.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll ride his man on the option. Quick toss. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. It's 3rd down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. To the air. It's Daly. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
On target over the middle. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Black Knights!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
He'll try to tack on one more. Smashes it through for the PAT. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. With the catch, it's Lambert-Smith. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Lewis. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Quick completion on the out. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. It is good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Content with what they have, the quarterback takes a knee. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
The Black Knights will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Looking to throw, it's Thorne. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Here on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. That's reeled in. It's Lewis. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
And you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Still on his feet at the 45. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. I mean, he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish, a 70-yard run to the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Now on the option. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close to them.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Dropping back, it's Daly. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
That is the exact situation that every defense draws up. I want you in 3rd and long. I want you in a predictable passing situation. But I don't want you with that guy, because that guy can run around, scramble, buy time, make 3rd and long look like 3rd and short, and pick up a first down.
Goes to the option. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often, and usually don't go far down the field. But a nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Here comes the option. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The option look. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And the Black Knights look to keep this drive humming. On the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. The give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Black Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Back to throw, it's Thorne. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Well, they tried to catch the defense napping. They're 3rd and short on their own side of the 50, and everyone's thinking run. They go pass, but the defense wasn't fooled, so the QB's just got to throw that one away.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team.
On to kick it away.
Cover guys getting down to do their job, and they'll stop him at the 15. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with the score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend, but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find a way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they had to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
They'll run the option. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On the option. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. And the Black Knights will send out the punt unit. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Gives it to the back on the draw. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways, but the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw plays.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They try to pop a run on the draw. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Looking downfield, it's Thorne. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to the ground. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Going with the ground game left. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They'll run the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. They'll snap it from the 18 on 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Stewart. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Daly. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a 1st down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
The Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. And to settle for the chip shot field. Lofts one high and deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
They'll line up to go for 2. He's looking to throw. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Reynolds.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
The completion short of the sticks, it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Daly. He's got the tight end. And the Black Knights will move the sticks.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's looking to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Back to the air one more time. Makes the grab. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
The Black Knights have their offense in high gear. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert third down. Looking to pass. It's Daly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. Fourth down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big fourth down.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll try the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? He'll do it himself. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
On the ground, it's Hunter. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
All right, great little run there. Listen, he wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to go option, and they're trying to put that defensive end in a bind, but he's just way too athletic, and he guessed right. The quarterback was keeping the ball. He knew it and was able to make the tackle in the backfield.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's the handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
from the gun, running back on the move. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They'll throw it on first down. Makes the grab. It's Reynolds. They get him down after he makes the catch. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponents.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe.
Going for the big play. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
One more play to pad the stats. Back to throw, it's Daly. He's going up top here late in the game. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game.
Final score, Auburn 31.